Nako na mohere na city bana na Port Moresby moto koita hanwa dia Bona Central Province. Regena ese e hadinira ya mina hari daba na interview kwarawina tabaya maila ya. Ita da NCD regional seat ai behea lada barana ta Port Moresby city bana Central Province Lalokai. Mr. Wari Vele ina hari daba ya Lalokau FM ai ena hera taida baita kamana hina. Good morning Mr. Vele.
Good morning GT.
Okay, well, let's get started, let's get rolling.
Namo.
Why are you contesting the NCD regional seat?
Why am I contesting? But in our people, the hula speaking people, that's Wanigelas, Hulas, Rigos, they came and they approached me. Wari Vele, we need you to come back to NCD regional, but services have not come to us. Water and all these things have not come to us, and they have really deteriorated. Finished. So that's why they say, you come, we are carrying water now. We never did this 15 years ago. Now we are doing this, carrying water up and down in the capital city.
Okay, you are mentioning about the worries of the Central Province. What about the entire NCD people?
Well, basically, I got the call from the people. That's why they gave me the flick off to come in and that's true. So, but for the entire NCD people, my policies are centered around the people, to improve people's life. We can see plenty of infrastructure coming up and big tall buildings, but just behind the city scenes, even the Motukoitabu villages, water services are not there, and health services are not there. Classrooms are going down, health services and education. People are now sitting on the floor in city of Port Moresby, the capital of Papua New Guinea. So what is actually happening? Did the NCDC monies deliver to the people to improve the education services, or did they deliver the monies to improve the health services or the law and order service? Now we can see ethnic fighting. We listen to this law and order problem. So this is where I want to come in. Enough infrastructure is okay. There's no problems. The big skyscrapers and the big freeway and the big flyaway road or whatever you can call it, or motorway or whoever. But now we have to improve people, especially the lives of the people. The mass of the Motukoita Madi, Idiana Tanu Biagudia, Madi. And then they have been really neglected. This is what Wari Vele is here for, but in a me worry you.
Okay, what are your plans for NCD? NCD lana oi bemoi gini negene oi plan bedaka. Dakaura kare NCD lana.
Dakaura kare firstly to improve people's life as and then also now that you can see congested traffic, so we need to look at more infrastructure in terms of maybe I'm thinking of setting up a train station or a tram system. And then also to move the rapid transport, like something in Singapore, mass rapid transport. And then also improve the PMV services and the taxi services, the public transport. And also to see that the housing policy, to line up, start up the housing policy so that all all workers from shopkeeper to driver to whatever must be given the right to that policy. And then they pay minimal renting or rentals or things like that. That we want to tie in with the Motukoita landowners so that all the parties benefit, left, right, center, all stakeholders. The small workers benefit at small rental rates that they can pay, and also the Motukoita landowners, if they come into agreement, they are part of the beneficiaries to earn, monies from the rentals as well. These are long-term development, long-term policies in place that we want to put. So the Motukoitas can, make use of their land to invest into this housing policy.
Okay, talking about the landowners, the Motukoita people, what are your plans for these people? There's so many Motukoitabuan villages around the NCD. What are your plans for them? Well,
firstly, I mentioned like now we can see that they are being, being marginalized, and they have been trampled on. We can see that, and most of their land is being grabbed away from them, and they have all these now false titles, been issued to pull the land away from them. So what we're going to do is put a committee, put the legal team in place to quickly dissolve or quickly put aside, take into protection the illegal titles, and then we can put this in order, or maybe we can put in a legislation, to move the land back. The land, motu garo itago Tano Dainai, Besa Dainai, Maori Dainai. So Maori Dainai who want to improve their lives, and Tano Dainai who want to put the land in order and make use of the land properly, like I mentioned earlier on, to set the housing policy on for the low income earners, so that they can pay rentals, and then the rentals go to the motu koitas and partly to NCDC to improve the motu koita people, and also deliver the basic services, like improve the basic services like water, health and education. This is what we want to do for them.
Mr. Vele, land is a very hot issue right now in NCD. There's so many motu koita land being sold out, being grabbed by people from outside. What's your plans for this motu koita land?
Like I just mentioned earlier on, we will put a high-powered legal team in place. Yes. We will go down and then we will investigate all these illegal titles, which we know of, fake titles. And then we will put legislation into place to double-check all these illegal titles and then remove them by law. That's exactly what we're going to do. So that motu koita, the rightful landowners, will get their land back. That's exactly what we're going to do for the motu koita people as the landowners. But the Taguamu, Tano Dainai, Maori Dainai, Bona Besa Dainai. Ololo.
No. Okay, when you become the governor of NCD, what are your first things you want to roll out in NCD? When you take the seat, what are your plans to roll out in NCD?
My first plans is motu koita, and then all the low class income earners, people like our plenty of people around in the cities that are being pushed out of the housing commission, which they've been living there for ages.
Yes.
So we're going to put this place in order first. First this place, and then we improve the classrooms, build the classrooms properly, and then the aid posts properly, the clinics properly, and then put in qualified doctors and teachers, so that, and then, move these things, and then move medicine into this, which are lacking at the moment, really nothing at all. And then also all the suburban roads in the city there, when you drive up the freeway, like Hola, for example, the main road, and when you turn into Hola suburb, you run into a very bumpy road, which is worse than the Rigo Mountain, Rigo Hillside inland roads back in my home, in Rigo. So you see, the roads that, the feeder roads that turn off from the main highways are, it's not like city roads, they are like bush village roads back in around. Sorry for insulting the bush, but bush village roads are more better than these ones up here in Hola, Tokara. And my aim is to improve these roads and bring water back to all settlements and all. That's exactly what I want to do. The basic needs and services.
See, talking about settlement, you just mentioned settlement. There's so many unnecessary settlements at the side of the NCD. You got any plans for those settlements?
Okay, well, those are what you call squatter settlements.
Yes.
What we will do is we will improve the settlements.
Yeah.
We will improve them to bring them to a what do you call a suburb status, and then or improve to a more improved area like settlement, so that whoever is working, there will be a housing policy for them. Oh, you understand? You understand? So and then we can move and build houses for them, so that the landowners who are properly the motu koitas, who have they squatted on the motu koita traditional landlords, we will get them to now pay rent to the motu koita through this.
Yes.
So that so that that's how we will live harmoniously, in the city. You
were once upon a time the governor of NCD regional seat for a short period. What did you do during your short term in the office?
Well, let me give you some background information. I contested the NCD regional seat because of the passing of our late Honorable Bill Skate. And when he went off, the Somare government approached me, the late Grand Chief Honorable Somare approached me and then said, why don't you run for National Alliance? I said, okay, let me run. So when I went in, now I actually was on the NA side, the party in power. So, and our late leader Bill Skate was in the opposition, so he has to argue this governorship. There was no governor at that time. the chairman of NCDC board was late Honorable Sir Mekere Morauta, who was the member for Northwest. So the chairman of the NCDC controls the functions of the National Capital District Commissions. So, and then when Sir Mekere, late Sir Mekere was there, he was the chairman, and the governor, there's no governor, and late Honorable Bill Skate was just the member, NCD. So in my mind, I had to get NCD to amend the NCDC Act to recognize the governor as the chairman of the NCDC board. Similar to settings of all the provincial governments, that is, tied in according to the organic law. Okay. Anyway, so I moved that private members bill in November, and in 3 days, 3 readings in 1 day, we amended the NCDC Act, so that the governor, who is given the mandate by the people of NCD, becomes the chairman of the National Capital District Commission. And so now, the current governor is the chairman, and that is my doing. I am the one who amended this law.
Yes.
Amended this act, NCDC Act. And then this governor comes on, so that's where he is now for the last 3 terms. Okay. But anyway, in 9 months from there, when I become the governor, one impact project is that road from Vision City, or from City Hall, down to North Waigani Junction. About 9 kilometers. We built that road into a 4-lane. Before it was an accident point around before Gemini Club and Laguna.
Yes,
remember?
Yes.
So when I became the governor, I moved that project, that impact project be made quickly for 4-lane. And so now the people who are traveling from Boroko to Waigani together, they are enjoying the ride on this road, and that is my handmark. But besides that, I started to put in the mechanisms in place for the youth groups to be organized. To be honest, so I started giving them checks and what to clean up the city, and there was a wide city campaign, cleanup campaign by the youth groups around the city. I never see that now. You know, all this cleanup thing is given to only one contractor. I never see that before. So that is what I want to see again. You know, so basically that was what I did in my short 9 months there.
Mr. Vele, talking about taxes in NCD, there are land taxes, water taxes, and there's so many taxes. What's happening to what would you like to do with those tax monies?
Well, utilities and all this, and then you have the GST.
Yes.
I think all those things, they go through the Internal Revenue Commission. Internal Revenue Commission pays NCDC. So I don't know what the percentage for the all these percentage for all these taxes. I think 10% maybe to take off from the main pairs budget of the NCDC to Motokoita. But anyway, I'll find out then. But this is what I want to see. All these taxes, utility taxes, and all these land taxes and land rates must be paid to Motokoitabu landowner. You know, especially the ones that are being used by Moto, because this is their land. Exactly. And that's exactly what we want to see. All the people can pay, but these service taxes and all this, besides the IRC, these ones we want to discuss with the Motokoita Council, MKC Motokoitabu Council, and then the chairman, whoever, and we can sit down and we can move these utility taxes into the Motokoita to help develop their villages and their lives, improve their lives. That's exactly what I want to do for them. That is my vision. And I hope with the strong support of the government, we will drive things that way. And I will drive it.
Thank you very much. You are aligned to the People's Labour Party, is that correct?
That's right.
Why you are aligned to them?
Well, People's Labour Party, I like the leader, especially the leader, Honorable Peter Yama. He's a very open person.
All right, okay.
And I like his policies. His policies of, the most important policy is God first.
Exactly.
And 10% to the church. That is exactly to all the bodies that are to give service to God. That is exactly the policy I want. That's why I join him. And then improvement in education. Those are policies that everybody. But this God first policy, I really love it because I'm a strong person who believes in this sovereign God Almighty of ours.
God bless you. Very, very true. Mr. Vele, you got any, we are going towards the end, you got any, Herea Dae no mau in NCD, motu koita bona city taude de kino Herea Dae?
Okay, lau gara na ini bangona motu koita mani do hakala na mono mo. Umui basio lalu dara. May I ask you, emu number 1 vote, emu kudouna ena vote. Box 22 latanai batu kaua. Put number 1 on box 22. Wari Vele me, Wari Loyu. Come on, 2, 3, you can give to others, but number 1 on Wari Vele. You can give 1 to your good friend or whatever, but 2, Wari Vele basio lalobu. 3 danu unubamuna. Come on. Thank you, brother.
Right. Mr. Vele, gausa lalobu, I think so.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Ari Saturday na kila rally. Na be koitabuano dia ari must be notice lalnai. Must be south bona notice ari korobosea mahuru bona kila edia rally badana kila ibaina habi. Kila overlay. Ari Saturday mai.
Mr. Vele, you are set to go in the NCD regional seat. Oina you are all geared up, looking forward. Then oima pil na elam to all the Motukoitabu villages in NCD. Bona close by neighboring villages.
Yeah, and then our good friends, PMV operators and our good friends of all regions of Papua New Guinea who reside in NCD. Put in vote number 1 on top of box 22. Wari Vele me, Wari Rongi. Possible around the Ibla Remista.
People Wari Loyu. I don't know Wari.
Yeah.
And then oina Pagini, oina NCD regional city Pagini. But in launa na mekamonai. In NCD regional city, it's a central taudia na ekarim bayagi. But you are so brave. Or you mama BAC to go against these giants in NCD London. What do you think about it?
Of course. Because I grew up in Ley and I was amongst the islanders.
Yes.
And I relate with them very well. And they love me too. So all along, that's it. And I have already gone through the must be noticed already in my campaign, and they have accepted me with good heart and peaceful acceptance. And I don't think Madita the Kartaudi have gone in there or talked openly there yet, not yet. But I have also penetrated the area. Last message to my hula Taudi, hey, Pene Okamuna Naonai, Omiripami, Wari Vele, Oigemu Paramount Chief, Wula Vanugan ever my nauna. Anai, everyone yokla kuku yola kuku. Number 1 nauna, emu vote kuna nauna. Wari Vele ana ipio ka mi Wari Loyu.
Me Wari Loyu in a hurry double nai Wari Vele box number 22 NCD regional seat beheom in a 2022 national general elections lanai. Good luck, Mr. Vele. Bona oye mu supporters, bona oye muru mera kam tau de down ni bode. Ibo mi dabana God bless you all.